Hello, everybody. Radio Mixer here to do another trilogy for you. This time, it is the one, the only, the star of the show himself, Thomas. This one, Thomas's train. Let's see what happens, shall we? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Thomas was grumbling to the other engines. I spend my time pulling coaches about ready for you to take out on long journeys. The engines just laughed. Why can't I pull passenger trains true? You're too impatient, they said. You be sure to leave something behind. Rubbish, said Thomas. I'll show you. One night, he and Henry were alone. Henry was ill. The men worked hard, but it didn't get better. Oh dear. He felt just as bad next morning. Henry pulls the first train, and Thomas had to get his coaches ready. If Henry is ill, he thought, perhaps I shall pull his train. Oh dear. Thomas ran to find the coaches. Come along, he fussed. There's plenty of time, they grumbled. Thomas brought them to the platform. I want to run round in front at once. But his driver wouldn't let him. Don't be impatient, Thomas. Thomas waited and waited. The people got in. The guard and station master walked up and down. The porter banged the doors, and still Henry didn't come. Thomas got more and more excited. The Fat Controller came to see what was the matter, and the guard and station master told him about Henry. Find another engine, he ordered. There's only Thomas, they said. Well, you'll have to do it then, Thomas. Be quick now. Thomas ran round and back down onto the coaches, ready to start. Don't be impatient, Thomas, said the driver. Wait till everything is ready. But Thomas was too excited to listen. Oh boy. What happened then? No one knows. Perhaps they forgot to couple Thomas to the train. Or perhaps the driver pulled the lever by mistake. Anyhow, Thomas started. As he passed his first signal box, men waved and shouted. But he didn't stop. They're waving because I'm such a splendid engine, he thought importantly. Henry says it's hard to pull trains, but I think it's Henry. Hurry, he said, pretending to be like Gordon. They've never seen me pulling a train before. It was nice people to wave. He whistled, peep, peep, thank you. Then he came to a signal at danger. Oh, bother, he said. I was going so nicely too. What nuisance signals are. He then blew an angry peep, peep on his whistle. The signalman ran up. Hello, Thomas, he said. What are you doing here? I'm pulling a train, said Thomas. Can't you see? Where are your coaches then? Thomas looked back. Well, bless me, he said. We haven't left them behind. Yes, said the signalman. You better hurry back quickly and fetch them. Oh dear. Thomas was so sad he nearly cried. Cheer up, Thomas, said the driver. Let's go back quickly and try again. Oh boy. Poor Thomas. At the station, all the passengers were talking at once. They were telling the Fat Controller what a bad railway it was. But when they saw Thomas and saw how sad he was, they couldn't be cross. He was coupled to the train. This time, he really pulled it. But for a long time afterwards, the other engines would laugh at Thomas and say, Look, there's Thomas, who wanted to pull a train, but forgot about the coaches. Oh dear. I hope Thomas learned a valuable lesson that day. Make sure you couple to it before you go. Okay? Bye, folks! Hello everybody, Radio Mixer here for video number 2. This time, Thomas and the trucks. Oh, Thomas is going to learn something important about how to look after trucks. You better be careful. Alright then. Are you ready, folks? 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Thomas the Tank Engine doesn't stop being a nuisance. Night after night, he kept the other engines awake. I'm tired of pushing coaches. I want to see the world. The other engines didn't take much notice, as Thomas was a little engine with a long tongue. But one night, Edward came to the shed. He was a kind engine and felt sorry for Thomas. I've got some trucks to take home tomorrow, said Edward. If you take them instead of me, I'll push coaches in the yard. Thank you, said Thomas. That will be nice. Next morning, when Thomas asked their drivers, and when they said yes, Thomas ran off happily to find trucks. Oh dear. Now, trucks are silly and noisy. They talk a lot and don't attend to what they are doing. And I'm sorry to say they play tricks on an engine who is not used to them. Oh boy. Edward knew all about trucks. He warned Thomas to be careful, but Thomas was too excited to listen. That's going to backfire spectacularly. The shunter fastened the coupling, but when the signal dropped, Thomas was ready. The guard blew his whistle. Peep, peep, said Thomas, and started off. But the trucks weren't ready. Wait, Thomas, wait, they said. But Thomas wouldn't wait. Come along, said he fussed. All right, don't fuss, grumbled the trucks. Thomas was now enjoying himself. Hurry, said Thomas. Whee! He said as he plunged into Henry's tunnel. Hurry, said Thomas. He was feeling very pleased with himself, but the trucks were growing crosser and crosser. Ooh. At last, Thomas slowed down when he reached the bottom of Gordon's Hill. Ooh. Look out for the train. Sorry, I had to add that in there. Steady, Thomas, steady, warned the driver as they reached the top. They began to put on the brakes. We're stopping, called Thomas. No, said the trucks, bumping into each other. Go on. Before the driver could stop them, they pushed Thomas down the hill and were laughing and rattling behind him. Thomas tried hard to stop them from making them go too far. Stop pushing, he hissed. But the trucks took no notice. Go on, they giggled in their silly way. Oh dear. There's the station. Oh no, what shall I do? He cried. They flew right into a station and swerved into a sign to a good job. Thomas shut his eyes. I must stop! When he opened his eyes, he stopped just in front of the buffers. Oh dear. There watching him was the Fat Controller. What are you doing here? He said. I bought Edward's truck, sir. Why did you come so fast? I didn't mean to. I was pushed, said Thomas. You've got a lot to learn about trucks then, little Thomas. After pushing them about here for a few weeks, you're almost more enough about them as Edward. Then you'll be a really useful engine. Thank you for watching. Stand by for the third and final story, Thomas and the Breakdown Train. See you soon, folks. Bye! Hello everybody, Radio Mixer here again. Here's another video for you. Well, it's time for the third and final story in this little Thomas trilogy. This one is Thomas and the Breakdown Train, where he saves, let's just say, it involves him saving a fellow engine. As a reward, he gets rewarded with his famous branch line. Ready? Okay then, let's stop jibber jabbering. Let's get the story started in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Every day, the Fat Controller came to the station to catch his train. Hello, you would always say to Thomas. Now remember, don't be impatient, Thomas. You can never be as strong as fast as Gordon, but you can be a really useful engine. Don't let the silly trucks tease you. Off you go now. There were lots of trucks, and Thomas worked very hard, pushing and pulling them into place. There was also a small coach and 2 strange things his driver called cranes. That's the breakdown train, he told Thomas. The cranes are for lifting heavy things like engines and coaches and trucks. One day, Thomas was in the yard. Suddenly, he heard an engine whistling, "Help! Help!" A goods train came rushing in much too fast. The engine was James. He was frightened. His brake blocks were on fire. They're pushing me, his on, laughed the trucks, still whistling, "Help, help!" Poor James disappeared. "I like to teach those trucks a lesson," said Thomas the tank engine. Then turn the alarm. "James is off the line, the breakdown train, quickly!" Thomas was coupled on and off they went. Thomas worked his hardest. "Hurry, hurry, hurry," he said. He wasn't pretending to be like Gordon, he really meant it. Bother those trucks and their tricks. I hope poor James isn't hurt. Ooh, I'd love to get my hands on those trucks. James is driving fireman, feeling him all over to see if he was hurt. "Never mind," said the driver. "With those wooden brakes they gave you. Well, you always said they were no good." "Yeah." Thomas pushed the breakdown train alongside. Then he pulled the unhurt trucks out of the way. Oh dear, they groaned. Served you right, puffed Thomas. Thomas worked hard all afternoon, pushing those trucks. This'll teach you a lesson, he told the trucks. And they said, yes it will. They left the broken trucks. There were the 2 cranes. They put James back on the rails. He tried to move, but he couldn't, so Thomas helped him back to the shed. The Fat Controller was waiting anxiously for them. "Well, Thomas, I am very pleased to hear. You have been a really useful engine. James will have some proper brakes and a new coat of paint. And you, Thomas, you will have a branch line all to yourself." "Oh, thank you, sir," said Thomas. Now Thomas is as happy as can be. He has a branch line and 2 coaches called Annie and Clarabelle. He puffs proudly with them all day. He is never lonely. Often, Edward and Henry tell him the news. Gordon is always in a hurry, but never stops to say, "Beep, beep," and Thomas always whistles, "Beep, beep," in return. Bye.